Birth certificates are critical to just being able to access an ID, right? So if you're just getting an identification card or a driver's license, you have to show up and provide a certain amount of other documentation that says this is, you are who you are, who you say you are. And it prevents a barrier, right? It's just one more low-hanging fruit opportunity that we saw as a way to really address this issue. No one wants to see more people experiencing homelessness, but that's exactly what's happening. So it's really important that we get in there and we start to remove these barriers that are keeping people from accessing the other types of documentation that they need, which also allows them to access the things that we want them to be able to access, right? So housing, for example, the ability to get a bank account, the ability to get certain types of medications that are going to require an ID. So I think people forget and take for granted oftentimes how often you might need to provide something as simple as an ID, and you can't even get that if you don't have the birth certificate. So it's all, clearly connected. The cost should be fairly minimal. I mean, a birth certificate cost, for a certified copy, you're looking at $10, right? So it's not a large amount of money. It's the right thing to do from a compassionate standpoint, but it's also the right thing to do from an economic standpoint, right? That whatever the cost is will be very minimal, and it will pay for itself when we're able to help get individuals on the road to stabilizing themselves and also being able to be a productive, contributing member of society. So it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Oftentimes, this happens a lot in Frankfurt. Rep. Witten and I are both new to the legislature, but I was working on a bill for free IDs last year and was going to refile that again this year and include birth certificates. And then it came to my attention that Rep. Witten was going to be filing something, and so I just went and said, hey, we're doing the same thing, right. And took a look at it and said, here's a great opportunity. And I really want to challenge all of our colleagues to be really intentional, to seek one another out, and to ask individuals to work together on something and primary co-sponsor, a bill that's important, that's really going to do something to move the needle for Kentuckians.